Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today, the alpha for Call of Duty Vanguard is out right now on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and the reactions that I'm seeing from gameplay footage that is being posted on Twitter, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Even, I swear, somebody even posted it before I could. Somebody posted on Twitter saying, man, there's not a whole lot of positivity that's coming out about this alpha so far. The alpha just started today, and people are getting their hands on it on the PlayStation side of the consoles and whatnot, but it does look like there's not a whole lot of positivity whatsoever. We're going to go over, I'm going to talk about at least exactly what I've seen. I have no ambition, no drive whatsoever to play this alpha. I've already kind of set in stone where I sit at with this thing. I don't really think that this Vanguard game, this World War II game, we're going back to World War II, actually offers a whole lot when it comes to the whole scheme of things with it being built off of Modern Warfare, and we'll get into that as well, using the same engine and stuff. But honest to God, I'm looking at this thing, watching Twitch, looking at Twitter, seeing these posts, and it doesn't look like a lot of people are having fun with this. Now, there might be some people out there that they're, oh man, this is the most amazing thing, I'm jumping around corners, stuff like that. That is not the majority of players by any means whatsoever. Look, we are going to go into this game, I'm going to give you my opinion about this thing, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not looking good so far. At least from what I am seeing, a lot of people are saying they're not really too happy exactly where this game kind of fits in when it comes to gameplay wise, and at least when it comes to this alpha, understanding that it's only one game mode. Man, it's just, even it's just game mode, it's not looking that great whatsoever for people's reactions to this alpha. So let's get into this. So first off, let's talk about this. This is actually one reaction I did see on Twitter that people have been posting and talking about. This was, it's a reskin of Modern Warfare 2019. That's the honest opinion that a lot of people are coming out. And they're comparing it to Battlefield Bad Company when they had a Vietnam reskin of the game. If you guys don't know, back in the day, Battlefield Bad Company, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 Bad Company, but they had a Vietnam era reskin or reimagining of the game when that game came out. It was like a DLC expansion pack to Battlefield Bad Company, and a lot of people are comparing this Vanguard game to Modern Warfare 2019. Yes, it's coming off the same engine that Infinity Ward used for that game, but when it comes to graphics and the details and the environment of the map and weapon play and stuff like that, they're not seeing anything that's unique or new to the game. A lot of things they can compare to from Modern Warfare compared to Vanguard, but they're really not seeing anything that this game offers that they don't already own. Like, a lot of people out there probably already own Modern Warfare, including me. I own Modern Warfare, and I'm looking at Vanguard going, it's just a reskin, really. There's not a whole lot there that I don't already have in Modern Warfare. So I'm trying to understand exactly where the buying initiative is from, I'm assuming Sledgehammer, and trying to get me to be convinced of buying the game, and especially with everybody that already knowing that SBMM is already going to be in Vanguard, of how bad it was in Modern Warfare and how bad it was in Cold War. It's always going to make that transition to the next game. So I don't know exactly what is going to be offered in this game to get people to go, hey, you know what? This game has stuff that Modern Warfare Cold War doesn't have, so buy this game. I'm not seeing that whatsoever, and it's very funny to see exactly this opinion of it just being a reskin of it. I don't see that. I don't see the appeal. I really don't. I don't see the appeal of Vanguard and what they're wanting to do. Now, if they announce maybe some other game modes later on, like I know this Champions Hill or whatever is just, they've created some other idea based off a gunfight. They've added to it. Okay, that's not a big drive for me. I play 6v6 ground war and stuff like that. I don't play this 2v2 crap. But I'm looking at this going, what does Vanguard offer me as a player? Now, if it's just a reskin, or if it's just a reimagining of World War II based off of the Infinity Ward Modern Warfare engine, okay, but that doesn't offer me a whole lot as a player. Tell me you got ground war. Tell me you have, like, the historical battle, historical battles in quotations that World War II had, that the other Sledgehammer World War II game had. If it has stuff like that, I'm totally, you know what, okay, that pushes me towards, hey, you know what, this might be a cool thing to look into if it actually plays well and SBMM is not out of control. But again, at least this point right now, from what I'm seeing as a reaction, people are calling it a reskin, and people are not seeing there's a whole lot of what is pushing me to buy this thing or go towards playing this game in general. Let's talk about this camping, man. I saw two reactions. It is either a camp fest where people are just hiding and just literally just crouch walking all over the place, or it's people that are jumping around corners and just kind of springboarding and G Fuel all hyped up, all cracked it up on their stuff. And it's just, I think people are taking this way too serious. Like, for some reason, the Call of Duty franchise went from just having fun, having a good time, and not being too serious to all of a sudden, man, it is just, everybody is serious. Everybody thinks that there's like $100,000 on the line in their game, and nobody just has fun with it. Like, the fun factor of these games, and the SBMM is still one of those factors that have taken away the fun because everybody plays so damn seriously, and there's nothing to show for it. You can play as serious as you possibly can, but there's really, honest to God, no showing for it whatsoever in any of these Call of Duty games. You don't have a ranking system. You don't have this or that. SBMM just throws your ass into a match, and it's not a big deal for Activision or whoever makes the game. It's just ridiculous. I hate it that the fun factor has been sucked out, and it's either people camping around corners and not really moving and not actually trying to participate in the game, or it's just people that take it way too seriously and are playing and just sweating it out the entire time. I will say this. Guns look pretty good. Like, the gun mechanics of what I'm seeing from the Thompson, the MP40, BAR and stuff like that look good. However, another reaction that I saw from the weapons is that apparently some of the weapons, the BAR being included, if you upgrade that weapon enough, it actually has explosive rounds, and I don't get that. Like, you're putting explosive rounds on the, like, can you only imagine how regular multiplayer is going to be? Now, don't get me wrong, there were sniper rifles in Modern Warfare 2019 that had explosive rounds, but there's no SMG, there was no LMG, there was no rifles. It was a sniper rifle, just like 1 or 2 sniper rifles in Modern Warfare 2, and you're telling me that you're going to be putting explosive rounds on an automatic rifle in Vanguard? Oh my God, you are out of your mind. Now, again, like I said, it's an alpha. Things are hopefully going to change. I know people get, you know, all jammed up about it being an alpha or a beta and saying, you know, when things are going to change, whatever. I get that, but to start off the bat, explosive rounds for an automatic weapon. Woo, man. Vanguard, you can only go up from here. All right, let's talk about this. Bland coloring. Now, this is actually one thing that I've seen a lot of players, even people commenting on Twitch streams and stuff like that, is that it's a lot of bland coloring. Everything kind of mixes in with everything. A lot of the same colors that you can barely make out who your enemies are, and trying to make out who's, you know, far away, you know, trying to exactly identify who your target is. Now, Modern Warfare had a little bit of trouble with this, especially when it comes to, like, looking through windows and stuff like that, and they did make changes later on in Modern Warfare's lifetime, but again, if this is one thing that right out of the back that players are complaining about, that actually visually trying to see the enemy is a huge issue because of how bland it looks. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like World War II back in the day. World War II was just bright, colorful, you know, environments. I get it, you know, back in the day. Of what it looked like, but again, at least in this game, it's an arcade shooter, man. You're supposed to have at least a little bit of fun and engagement. Now, maybe, you know what, maybe cosmetics might change that to where there's more colorful cosmetic items to help you identify who the player is and stuff like that, but at least currently right now in this alpha, players are complaining that they're having a hard time actually identifying who their target is, and actually who, you know, how to actually identify who the hell's going, like, what the hell's going on? Is that a target? I don't know. I can't see. There's fog in my way. I got motion blur on. It's just hard to identify, and I don't think that should happen. That should not be a consideration whatsoever. The players should have to take in of trying to identify their target in an arcade shooter. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's not supposed to be taken so seriously, but for some reason, Call of Duty has just gone down that route of having competitive play being one of those things that just is their driving factor. All right, last thing, let's talk about this. This is actually one thing that I saw from Prestige's. If you haven't checked it out, watch Prestige's video, and he also talked about this as well in a tweet that he posted on Twitter. So from what I've seen, at least so far, in this Champions Hill, there are streaks. You can call in kill streaks, sorry, in this, you know, spy plane and stuff like that. Well, one of the streaks, or two of the streaks that they actually have available for players to get, is a Juggernaut suit with a flamethrower and a modified, like, minigun type of machine gun, or, you know, a rapid-fire machine gun ability. So it's like a death machine, you know, for World War II. And this is one thing that players are seeing, is that they're battling all their way to this final round in Champion Hill, and they're coming up across people that have this Juggernaut suit or have this death machine gun that they're having trouble trying to defeat, and getting up to that point of that last round to try to find out who the victor is. They're running into players actually getting those deadly streaks in that game. So look, maybe the streaks change and whatnot. Maybe at least for this mode they change them out or something like that. But how funny would it be that you are trying your ass off to try to win this Champion Hill map or hill match or whatever, and all of a sudden you get to the final end and you're fighting people that are unkillable, or you just having a hard time not only being able to identify them, but you can't even deal bullet damage to them because of how much armor they have, because they have a Juggernaut suit, or they're shooting you with a death machine that just rapidly kills you. It doesn't make sense, and I understand it's an alpha. They might have some balancing changes later on down the line, but look, 2v2, I get it. Some people might enjoy it. Competitively, I imagine a lot of people enjoy it. The 6v6 stuff is what people are looking forward to. The 6v6 or even larger scale battle matches and stuff like that are what people are interested in. This 2v2 does not show me a whole lot of stuff. It just kind of shows me that the game doesn't really look that well. It looks like pretty much a reskin with not a whole lot of offerings for me or incentives for me to buy the game. And to me personally, I just look at it and go, well, I already have Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare has a lot of features that, even though the Spec Ops is garbage, the campaign's not bad, multiplayer, but at least, you know, I already have that game. I already purchased that game. I already have it. Why is there any incentive whatsoever to buy Vanguard? And already Warzone's a free-to-play game as it is, and all the changes they plan on making to Warzone is going to be making its way down the line to Vanguard when that game's released. So to me, I'm looking at this alpha, seeing that people are not having a whole lot of fun in it, and I'm looking at it going, I don't know what this has to offer to me as a player that wants to or possibly could buy the game. To me personally, I don't want to, because I'm not seeing anything that offers an incentive for me purchasing the game. Champions Hill just doesn't do it for me, man. Show me something else at this point. So anyway, let me know in the comments below, what you guys think about the alpha so far on day one. What are you thinking about the reactions from other Twitch streamers out there, or people on Twitter that are letting you know exactly what's kind of going on with the alpha so far? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.